Hello, welcome to our podcast. Today is Sunday, 9 o'clock in the morning here in Brazil. And yesterday we made our first one in this series about Bitcoin in Tether on exchange Binance. So it's the base of our reference, our analysis of the Bitcoin price, and it's the most traded pair in the most traded exchange. So it's a very good reference for where the price is going, and we can rely on volume as a representative of the market in general. Of course, it will change from exchange to exchange, but basically the volume of Bitcoin traded in Tether, as you want, in Binance is a very good reference of the overall market sentiment in our opinion, and we base it on that. So much so, we said yesterday, let's have a dive in the chart here, that the volume was low, and we said that we were in a trading range most likely, and without more volume that was growing in the previous days, we would not exceed the previous high, and that happened exactly as so. Now, is it possible that we'll exceed? Of course it is, but then we would like to see some volume growing. And so far, we've reached the half of the day in time, according to Binance Exchange. We're in the middle of the day, and we have not yet reached the half of the volume of previous day column. So let's have a look here. We're going to go straight on that. Exactly. So we are a bit below, let's see here, 30, exactly below, like around 33% of preview, 35% of yesterday volume, whereas now we are already in 50% of the day. That means that if we continue the day today with this proportional in volume, current column will be smaller than the one yesterday. And what does that mean? That means very low volume, of course, obviously, but that means not enough strength in our view to cross this maximum here. Is it possible that this change during the day? Of course. We can have more volume, that would be like full, and we can cross this up. Now, if we do have volume, does it mean we're going up? No, but it means we're going faster and further. So what we expect now is a move in the direction of this 200-day moving average. It's weighted moving average. This is not the exponential, not the standard or simple moving average, whatever. Moving average should be called simple. It's the weighted. Why? Because it's faster. It responds faster than this other two. So that's why we chose it. And as we see here, it makes days that we have been below the volume average of the previous 200 days. So that means on average we are in low volume, and in low volume that means we remain within trading ranges. So as we see here, the bottom of this range is bit below the moving average, and we are above that and a bit farther. So it's normal to expect that within these circumstances we will make a retracement back to the moving average without crossing it unless the volume grows. So if you want to have an idea of how we see the price action, we consider the volume, the energy that the system needs to move further in prices. So it doesn't mean they will not move further in prices, but the strength, the ability to keep doing this in the next periods, next candles, is bounded to the volume. As volume decreases, this ability decreases. So the probability, because we're talking about the future, that it will keep going further reduces. That's the point. And we'd like to show something else to you today, which is based on what we've been talking before, which is other factors that influence the price of Bitcoin. So yesterday we showed the DXY effect on the price, and that sharp rise that we had in Bitcoin is followed by a sharp decline that we have in dollar index. So you can check our previous video to see that. Today we're going to show you something else, which is the dependence on Tether issuing. So let's go to that. So to do this, we add a comparison here, which is USDT in another, in its own scale, which is the market cap of Tether according to coin market cap as taken by, measured by coin market cap. So by now I'll take off the moving average here. So let's go to month and then we see this. We don't need volume here, right? So just check this. This chart tells a lot, okay? So what we see here is that the ascension in Bitcoin is pretty much associated. I like to use the word correlated. Many use that. Now, correlation is a mathematical function. So let's really know what you're talking about. You should not use that word. So it's very much associated with the printing goes brrr with Tether. Okay? So what we are witnessing here is an expansion of the base of the currency with which you buy Bitcoin. And that's from within the system. Wait, but there's something else. Let's dive here. You see that the price fell sharply here. Yes, exactly when it went to a plateau. And then we have a small slide up and then, oops, it recovered. And now you are in a plateau again. So if it continues like that, you can kind of guess what's coming next based on the previous time we went on a plateau. So if the plateau continues here, we might have a crash, regardless what the fundamentalist, what the on-chain analyst says. This is a centralized market. It does not matter what Bitcoin is as an asset or whatever you want to call it, because for Peter Schiff, Bitcoin is not an asset because it doesn't have cash. Well, I agree with him, but it's something. So regardless what you believe about that, this price here is on a centralized entity called Binance, who God knows where it is as a domicile. And its price is quoted in Tether, which is a fraud, a Ponzi scheme issued by Ponzi schemers. So this is absolutely nothing related to decentralization. So everything is possible, and we can then go back and refer to greater Ponzi schemes that happens in the stock market and financial markets to have an idea what's going on. When you stop fooling, throwing gasoline on fire, well, then you have a crash. And that might happen here. So again, volume is important, of course, amount of money is important, of course, but so Bitcoin is not alone. It depends on other factors, DXY and the amount of Tether that's being issued. Okay, so this tells absolutely nothing about the utility of Bitcoin as a base layer for future applications that are yet to come, as a way to send money and make sure, at least in the high probability, that they will not be reversed and that they will be preserved, and to write data that are immutable. This has absolutely nothing to do with its price. Okay, so but right now this price is influenced by the amount of Tether that is flowing in the market and the DXY, which is the relative cost of money that's not Tether, that's coming into Bitcoin, because it's bringing into existence through borrowing. When Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy buys Bitcoin, he's not buying with the cash of the company. Maybe that's already gone. He's borrowing money. And what if the interest rates rise and etc.? He would liquidate his position. He'll keep borrowing. He'll keep buying. So that's the problem that we see. So we must take care about that. So Bitcoin is not an isle. It doesn't exist in the vacuum. It depends on other financial factors when it goes to its price. When it goes to its functionality within the network, it couldn't care less about the world. It exists on its own. So that's what we wanted to show you. So in short, we believe that we are in a trading range, and we have showed you other factors of which the Bitcoin prices depends on. So have a nice Sunday, have a nice week ahead, and we'll keep coming more often with our updates on its price, where we believe it's going and why, and additional factors that we see governing the price dynamics. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.